I hope you're well. Is there any romantic, you know what, my interactions with people, I'm learning a lot about where I am mentally. Friendship breakups are terrible. The showing up for each other, we're not just showing up for fun events, but we're showing up in moments where we feel down and sad and worried and overwhelmed, and we show up for each other for the real things as well, and people feel entitled to you. Always reward yourself. Always reward yourselves. I don't know what to do. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. It is me, it is I, it is Katleho. Thank you so much for being here. As I always say, thank you so much for choosing me over and over and over again. Thank you for watching the ads. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for being a member. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to sit with me, the big sister of the internet, and have a chat with me and laugh with me and they have informative and educative conversations as well. I really do appreciate you being here. And today I just wanted to take it easy. Let me tell you something.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. All right. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
I wanted to take it. Let me tell you something. So I wanted to take it a little bit easy today because I do a lot of research behind some of the videos that I do. Sometimes I will go online and I'll think about a couple of things, or I'll watch certain social media clips, TikTok videos, or I'll, listen to a TED talk or whatever. A lot of the time with the videos that I create, there is a lot of work that goes behind creating that video. I just don't sit and spew, you know what I'm saying? But today I wanted to do a little something different. Today I wanted to actually just do something I haven't done in a while, and this is a life update. Yes. And I was just like, you know what, let's do a little bit of a Q&A. Let's just chat and yap. And that's what I want to do. That's what I want to do with a couple of the videos leading up to my birthday. Some of them you will see that they're more informative, things that I've learned, lessons that I've learned. And I want you to, gain a little bit of information from them, especially given the fact that I am now at a particular age and I'm growing and I'm about to be a year older, and there's things that I learned from life, relationships, mental health, and I think these are things that might be helpful for you, especially if you're a little bit younger and you're in a space where you're just like, I don't know where I'm going. I don't know where I'm going, bro. So I wanted these next couple of videos to be just chatting, just yapping. It takes the pressure off of me, especially considering the fact that I am quite busy at the moment. So it takes a lot of the pressure off of me. So now today we're going to be doing a little bit of a life update / catch up / advice video. And I just wanted us to yap while I drink a cup of tea and catch you up with what's been going on with me lately. So let's get into the video. If you want to see it, let's get into the video. Don't forget to watch the ads and also subscribe to the channel. Let's get into the video. All right, so as I always do when I do these kinds of videos, I jump into Instagram and I jump onto my YouTube community page. Typically, a lot of the time it's on Instagram where people will ask me the questions, and not so much on my community page. I'll get a couple of my community page, but typically it's mostly on Instagram. So I'm going to jump into Instagram now. Hi, good sis. Hey, girl. I hope you're well. Is there any romantic, you know what? Okay, it's fine. Is there any romantic love in your life? Are you glowing? I'm glowing, but not from a romantic love in my life. No, I'm not at that place where I am putting a lot of time investing into romantic relationships with a partner or anything like that. Am I meeting people? Yeah. Am I going out? I mean, you've seen it in my vlogs, right? Am I going out and, meeting people for lunches or for dinners or for activities? Yeah, I am. But I'm not in a place where love is my goal. Like that intimate love is not something that I'm looking for right now. I am so hell-bent and focused on my life and my career and other aspects of my life that are growing, and I just feel like I don't have the time for it. And to be perfectly honest, I haven't met someone that I connect with in such a way that I can feel like this is something that I want to pursue. I haven't gotten to that point. I mean, I might like someone, but I'll then realize that there's certain things about that person that I don't think will gel with me, and my boundaries are very strict now, especially coming from the relationship that I came from, even though that was like a year ago, but my boundaries are very strict now. I am very hyper vigilant to signs and indicators that we might have issues here. You know, me and Tabo, we might have issues here. So, and then if that's the case, I'm very, very comfortable to just let that thing go. Like, I'm not pressing myself to, let me try, let me see. No, you know, and I think I talk about this, I've spoken about this before. The last relationship that I was in was a very serious relationship with somebody that I loved a lot, right? And so it set a very high standard and a very high bar. Have I met really great people who are, you know, financially well off, who are emotionally intelligent, who are emotionally available? I absolutely have. I've met great people. However, there's things that prop up that I feel like, I can't ignore this. I can't ignore this. I'm seeing it. And if I'm going to sit here and advise you guys all the time that Linda, Dipuo, Palesa, don't ignore the red flags. And I see them now and they're very vivid. And I'm just like, nah, this is not for me. Seems like a nice guy, he's done really nice things for me. She seems great, whatever, but it's just not for me. And I move on from it because there's so much that I'm focused on currently in my life. I don't find the need to hyper centralize the fact that I'm looking for someone and all of that. I don't. I literally don't. Another question. Do you have any international travel plans this year? Nothing particularly in the works as yet. That could change. It could change. It is still May as I record this. So there's nothing potentially in the works in terms of traveling internationally, largely because of the fact that I am very hyper focused on my career right now. It's taking off. My work, my 9 to 5 is getting busier. I just feel like I'm in that place where I have the opportunity to make back all the time that was lost, on all the money that had to be spent during COVID, all the investment money that I had to spend during COVID. I'm now in a place where I can make it back, right? And put all of that money away. And that's where my hyper vigilance and focus is right now. I'm not really bothered about traveling. Yeah, am I gonna do little short lefts? Am I gonna travel a little bit? Yeah, I've been speaking to a friend of mine who stays in Botswana, and she's like, just come already, you know, and her family owns a hotel in Botswana, and she's like, just come. And I'm just thinking, I could do that I could do, but a big international trip, I don't think so. I'm not in that space where I am considering one right now, but anything could change. What are or is your goals for the year? Big financial stability and gaining back all of that, the finances that I'd lost given the fact of COVID and having to spend a lot of my investments, monies and all of that. So big goal is to make up the money and to just work towards financial stability. That is a big thing for me. I am not playing about my money this year, so I'm putting money away and I'm taking on more jobs. I've got clients as well, like an influx of clients. So I'm busy a lot of the time. That is why I'm sure you guys may have picked up that there has been a slowdown in the amount of times that I post videos monthly or weekly. And that's just largely because I'm focusing a lot on, growing myself and growing my business. And this is the time to focus on it, and I love it for me. I do have moments where I will meet people and meet friends and all of this and just relax. I do have those moments, but I'm very, very hyper focused on, gaining back all of that financial stability and, financial wealth. You know what I'm saying? So it's a very important thing for me this year. Another goal is just mental stability. I'm learning a lot about myself. I've realized that my interactions with people, I'm learning a lot about where I am mentally. And in some places, it's not good. I think I've reneged with a lot of the healing work that I did in the latter part of last year. And I'm trying to find my way back to that. And I'm working towards that. So, how has friendship breakups negatively impacted you, if they have at all? I think that's what she was trying to say. Friendship breakups are terrible. I haven't had a friendship breakup in a while, in years actually. I've gained new friends in the last 2 to 3 years that were just amazing, that are amazing people. They are mothers, they are wives, and they feed my soul. There's something about friendships when you get to an age that I'm 37 right now, but there's something about friendships that runs really soul deep. We connect with each other just below the surface level. It's not just surface level. We connect with each other much deeper than surface level. And that is so important to me. I treasure the relationships that I have with my girlfriends, even though I don't get to see them every day. When Masabat, I've always told you to treasure the relationship that you have with your girlfriends. I'm being for real. I'm actually being so freaking for real right now. You need to. There's something about the older you get and how soul deep your friendships become. And I love the women that are in my life right now. I learn from them. We educate each other. In the last weekend, I was at a speaking event and one of my friends came. And then the following day I was at a wedding and then one of my other friends came. And it's just the showing up for each other. We're not just showing up for fun events, but we're showing up in moments where we feel down and sad and worried and overwhelmed, and we show up for each other for the real things as well, Even when my family has certain functions and all of that, my friends show up for that, and it's just fabulous. How negatively my last friendship breakup really impacted me negatively. They're often harder than intimate relationship breakups, right? And that one really impacted me negatively because I thought that girl would be in my life forever. And she wasn't. And we don't talk now. I tried to reach out to her once or twice some years ago, but I realized that I was the one trying, and I don't recall her ever reaching out to me. And I just realized that it's time, just let it go. It is what it is. If we connect again, maybe at a later stage in life, then sure. But maybe it's just time to let it go. But that friendship breakup really devastated me. And my other friends could tell, my current friends could tell, because they were still in my life at that time as well. But they could tell that friendship breakup really broke my heart. It really did. Let's see. Do you still keep in touch with Diesel, or is it chai when it ends? And somebody else also asked, where's Diesel? Honestly speaking, I do speak to Diesel from time to time, maybe every couple of months, you know. I will reach out to him or he will reach out to me.
Why?
By in some way, shape or form, by doing something or sending me something that we used to connect with, and he'll send me that and then we'll talk for a bit. And then we don't for another couple of months, you know. So I think if I hadn't made peace with the fact that it is what it is, you know, maybe maybe it's just not in the stores for us and it's okay. And I've gone through my broken hurt phase, my healing phase. It's normal. I've also realized to not punish myself when there are moments where I think of him, and I will send him a hey, sup, and he always responds, and then we'll talk and all of this. We don't talk about each other or the relationship that we had or anything like that. We don't talk about that. It's very rare unless I've maybe had a little bit of a bev and I say something, which he'll always come to the conversation for. He never denies it. However, I don't ask, are you seeing anyone? He doesn't ask if I'm seeing anyone. It's just very platonic, and we're not friends, so it's not something, you know, that I think that this might be a little bit unhealthy. We're not friends like that. So sometimes, maybe every couple of months, just shoot the shot in the water. Hey, buddy, are you alright? Are you doing well? But outside of that, no, I don't speak to him much anymore. And maybe as time goes, I probably won't speak to him at all at some point. So we just wait for that time to arrive. Someone asked me, how are you really feeling these days? Thanks for that. I'm tired. I'm tired most of the time because I feel very overworked, and I feel like sometimes I'm being pulled in all angles to show up for work and show up for, you know, my clients, show up for work, show up for my family, show up for friends, show up for people. And I think there's a difficulty when people don't understand when you say that I'm tired, I can't see you, and people feel entitled to you. You know, except the people that are in your life that actually understand how busy you actually are. But people feel a sense of entitlement to you. Like, but I saw you like a week ago. I really want to see you again. And it's just like, bruh. I've had to coach 20 clients this week and show up for my job. I am so tired that all I want to do over the weekend is sleep and binge Netflix and read and do whatever. I'm really, people feel a huge sense of entitlement to you. I don't like it. But outside of that, I feel great. I feel fine. When I changed my hair, there was a big switch that happened, and I started being feeling very okay with where I am and how I feel about things. Mentally, still working on it, you know, but generally on a day-to-day basis, I feel good, man. I feel good. How have your priorities changed this year? I focus more on my work. I'm very determined, achieving a lot of things. There's things that have happened in my life that I don't share online, and good things, I'm hell-bent and very hyper-vigilant on working on myself and achieving the things that I want to achieve. And not everything needs to be shared online. You know, there've been new things that have come into my life. Not everything needs to be shared online. And I'm happy with that. I like to keep certain aspects of my life private. And this is something that I was actually discussing with Dimpo at the event the other day, that we keep certain aspects of our lives private, you know, certain achievements, like maybe buying a new investment home or buying a car or whatever. We keep certain aspects of our lives private because that's just who we are. Some people like to share it, some of us don't, and that's okay, so my priorities have shifted towards me and working on me and working on creating the dream and the future that I want, but also at the same time harnessing and being more intentional with my personal relationships with my friends, showing up more for my friends, seeing each other more often, showing up more for my family. And I go out with my family and friends quite a lot. I just don't vlog it all the time, and that is a piece of my life that I like to keep private, and I'm enjoying that. Have you made any new friendships or connections? No, nothing new, just living my life like golden. But no, not yet, no. Yes. What is your support system? This is a great question. What does your support system look like right now? My support system is comprised basically of my immediate family. So my father, my mother, my sisters, brothers, my friends. My friends are just fabulous, okay? They are my everything. And I also add Naledi in the friend group as well because she is my sister, but we're friends. We talk a lot. I will put up some screenshots of our conversations or not even our conversations, but our FaceTime calls. We call each other quite a lot. I was on FaceTime with her yesterday and I was with her the day before, but we're switching into this place where we both realize that we're sisters, but we're friends, so we hang out together as well, and that's fun. It does so much for me. It really fills my cup, and I love that for me. So that's basically my support system: my friends, my family, and the people that I hold dear. My grandmother is a big support system for me. My grandmother, I love her.
This is all I got.
Any obsessions, new obsessions, books or shows, hobbies, skincare? Let me tell you, with skincare, the CeraVe moisturizer that I put on my face. As much as I will always say drink your water as well, because your skin will thank you for it. My skin been thanking me for that. I've been drinking water 4 years. I drink over 3 to 4 liters of water per day. 4 years. And my skin is just like, girl, you the girl I think you is. But that CeraVe moisturizer, I'll put it here. It's upstairs, it's too far to go. But I'll put it up here. Fabulous. The La Roche-Posay thermal water, can't do without it. If it's not the thermal water, it's the CeroZinc. I've noticed that skincare doesn't have to be ridiculously expensive, and I'm not at the point where I am willing to put down thousands and thousands of rands for skincare. Absolutely not. So what works for me is what I will use, and I absolutely love it. I've recently started using again the Kiehl's avocado eye cream. My darling, love it so much. So that's good. With books, I am currently reading, which I'm really enjoying on Everand, or listening to on Everand, Dear Centuran by Kweke Emezi, and their work is just fabulous. And listening to this, it's their memoir, and it's just this is the book. There's the book, and I love that. I've also been listening. Well, I just recently finished The Mountain Is You and the Let Them Theory. The Mountain Is You by Brianna Wiest. Love it. I highly recommend that you treat yourself and you get yourself that book. It has to do with self-sabotaging when it comes to relationships, when it comes to work, when it comes to our mental health, the things that we do to self-sabotage and what we can do to be able to grow emotionally in terms of emotional intelligence, where we don't act out those acts of self-sabotage. It's really good. And the Let Them Theory by Mel Robbins, if you follow me on TikTok on my coaching page, you will note that I speak about it quite a lot. And even in my TikTok lives, I speak about it quite a lot. So Really good. Those ones, highly, highly recommend. New hobbies, not really. Everything is still the same. I still read. I still go to the movies, watch TV, do the basic stuff. The only thing that I have started doing that's new recently is walking, and I've mentioned that in my previous vlogs and things. So yeah, that's what I love. What's something fun that you've done just for you? I take myself out on a lot of solo dates. If you follow me on Instagram or on TikTok or something, you will see that I'll do reels and clips and things of when I'm out and about, and I take myself out to a nice restaurant and I eat, and I treat myself to good books, expensive books, hence why I said The Mountain Is You. I bought it for around 600 Rand, and that's a really expensive book. In my world, that's an expensive book, but I treat myself to things that I love, you know. Clothes. Recently, you know, I did a bit of shopping for myself, you know, bought myself some really nice clothes, really good quality clothes, basically meaning they're expensive, you know, but it's fine. It's fine. That's my little reward to myself, okay? You must always reward yourself. Always reward yourselves. So these ones are just typically what I picked up from these ones is they're more general based and not necessarily on me. And so let's talk about it. I don't know how long this video, I want this video to be. Should we make it long? Should we make it, I don't know, should we wrap it up here and do another one? Don't know what to do. Let me think. Yeah, let me wrap this one up here, and then I'm going to start another one where it's more general based questions, where people are asking me about relationships and personal views on love and dating and things like that. So let me wrap this one up right here. If you enjoyed this one, definitely be back for part 2 of the update, the advice video and all of that. Thank you so much as always for choosing me over and over again. I feel like I can't speak today. Thank you so much as always for choosing me over and over again. I will see you in the next one. Please don't forget to like, to subscribe, watch all the ads, and I'll see you very soon. Until then, sayonara. Let's do part 2.